Okay, fine. Okay, so we start with the some introductory concept of the LaTeX. What is LaTeX? Why we require to use the LaTeX? Then we will discuss about the some importance of LaTeX, how we can install the software on our systems, and how we can write the research papers and some report writing concept on a LaTeX. Then if we have some time, then we will give some lights on the different templates provided by different publishers like IEEE, Elsevier and Springer, and how we can add or modify our article from one publisher to another publisher. So first thing is, what is LaTeX? So many of us have called this LaTeX as latex. So it is not a latex, it is LaTeX. It is a somewhat pronunciation difference, so always try to speak as a LaTeX. And it is a universal typesetting tool, which is especially designed for the academic community. So various departments of academic community like mathematics, physics, engineering, finance, commerce, all these departments may work on this tool for writing their research work. And it is also supported by the various publishers, like we have IEEE publisher, Elsevier, Springer, Wiley. So all these publishing corporations have their specific templates designed in the LaTeX itself. So almost all these publishers provide or need your document to be written in the LaTeX. So all the IEEE journals, conferences may use the LaTeX templates. So the LaTeX tool is first designed by Donald E. Knuth in 1982. And it is when it is designed, it is a revolution in the typesetting tools, because at that time only Notepad and Microsoft Word is going to be used. And from initial days, the Microsoft Word is a licensed software, means everyone need to purchase that software. Then after purchasing the license, we are going to write the document in the Microsoft Word. And yes, if we are going to pay somewhere, or if you have purchased some tool from any corporation, then they will provide some functionality which is easy to use. So the Word document or Word software or MS Word software is very easy to use because of the paid or the commercial product. Always the commercial product are very easy to use. While the LaTeX here is an open source tool, means you are not required to pay any money in order to use the LaTeX software. So the important point is the developer, however the developer is Donald E. Knuth, but the tool is further designed by the Lazy Lumpert, which is a mathematician and a computer scientist. And he write this tool for their students who are going to write the assignments for him, and the assignments are not structured properly. So he thinks that if I give this kind of tool to my students, then it will be easy to collect the assignments in a structured way. So what he does a GUI based tool to write the documents, and that tool is nowadays called the LaTeX. So LaTeX is a markup type language for defining headings, sections, subsections. There are some markup commands. So we need to understand the meaning of those commands. And in this session, I am going to tell you some of the important commands which is required to develop a LaTeX document. So first, why the LaTeX is requirement? What is the importance of LaTeX? So these are some of the examples, means how the LaTeX document is looking good than your Microsoft Word document. We have some of the differences, important differences, which is associated with the Word document. So like you can see that the LaTeX document is not means what you see is what you get. Means for the LaTeX document, first you need to write a code, then you compile that code, and after compilation, the PDF file is generated. Okay, so you can see in this on the slide there is an example.tex which is extension of LaTeX document. So this example.tex is a file which contains the code. So you can see here document class, article, use package, title, author. For each particular thing in a document, you require a tag or a markup code. So like slash document class is a markup code, slash use package is a markup code, slash title is a markup code. So similarly, for each construct, we have defined a particular command or a tag, or we can also call it as a markup code. And once we write this document, then we compile it, and after compilation, the PDF file is generated, and it will look like a complete document which we want to be write. Okay, so it is not just means what we see and what we get. What we see only commands, and what we get the PDF file. So there is a difference. In Word document, whatever we write, we have going to see the same thing after means the document is completed. Okay, so there is no command. Okay, so there are various important things that can be done in LaTeX in more easier way than the Word document or any other document writing tool. First thing is formatting. Means you can convert your format of a document into by changing a simple command. Generally, what happens for the researchers, whenever we write our research work, we submit that research work into some journal or some means publisher, then that publisher send that document to the reviewers. The reviewer makes some comments, and according to the comments, according to the reviews, you need to change your document. Okay, so it may be addition of some literature review, it may be addition some justifications, theorems, maybe in the result section you want to add some analysis, you want to add some graphs. So there are many type of reviews that can be achieved by the reviewers for your journal. So after review, you need to change your document again. So it may possible that if you want to add some figures, then as per the section, as per the subsection, you need to rename your figures, and accordingly subsequent figures must be renamed. Okay, so this will take a lot of time if you are changing that thing into Word document, or if you are going to suppose enhancing your literature review part, and some reviewer says that okay, include 10 papers in your research paper. So including 10 papers in the bibliography section may be a painful in Word document, because you need to change the numbering of each of the subsequent reference numbers. However, there are some tools like Mendeley and some reference management systems are available in Word, but these tools also require to be integrated with the Word document, and sometimes it may be problematic. It is not easy to add these references into a Word document. So in LaTeX, these kind of changes are done based on the small commands only. So it is not required to be change the subsequent figures, subsequent tables, or subsequent references when we are adding the new such kind of things in our research paper. So formatting is very much important, and LaTeX is very helpful in doing the formatting, such kind of formatting. So the reference management, figure management, table management, list of figures, list of tables, these are very easy when we are written the document in LaTeX. One more thing, whenever you submit your research paper into a suppose elsewhere publisher, and the elsewhere publisher, most of the generally the elsewhere publisher require a single column format, and most of the journals or conferences in IEEE publisher require the 2-column format. So suppose you need to change publisher due to some maybe you have rejected from one publisher and you want to submit it into another publisher, or somewhere if your paper is rejected from some conference and you want to submit it to another conference, then this requires to change the columns. And in order to convert your research paper from 2 column to 1 column, it will take a lot of time in Word document. You need to change all the formatting. It may take 1 or 2 hours to complete this process. So this will means very painful when you are writing the document in the Word. So it is better to write the documents in the LaTeX, because in a LaTeX only one command is going to convert your formatting, and all the painful things are handled by the tool itself. So it is this tool make this task very easier for the researchers. Okay. So next, okay, so all these problem can be handled by this LaTeX tool, and you can see that there are some slides. I put these slides to means you can easily identify how from the look and feel the LaTeX document is more visually more promising than the Word document. You can see here the above one is a front page written in a Word document, and the below one is a front page written in the LaTeX document. So the font size, font making of the font, and the appearance of the font in the LaTeX document is very means effective than the Word document. It can easily be seen. This you can easily see the difference between the above one and the below one. Similarly, when we write the mathematical equations, the structure and the means structural representation of the symbols in the mathematical equations is very much different than the Word and LaTeX. You can see that here the union symbol between the Word document and the LaTeX document, it is very much different. It is somewhat like U, capital U, and here it is more like a union symbol. Okay, so this is some structural difference, and it is a look and feel of writing a document in LaTeX, and it is very much important to write the mathematical equation. Means it is very easy and very much effective to write the mathematical equation in the LaTeX itself. Similarly for the paragraphs, and if you want to include some website URLs, then also the LaTeX document have means present them in a very beautifully manner. You can see here the URL is the font of the URL is automatically converted to the typewriting font, and here you have to in Word document it is not automatically converted. You need to go to the font type, and you need to change the font face, and the typewriting font may be selected. So by default it is not selected automatically. So in a Word document you need to change it manually, while in LaTeX document based on the command itself the URL is going to be defined in a different font so that it can be easily identified in the paragraph. Okay. So these are some of the advantages of the LaTeX. Now we can see here it can be used to all platforms. LaTeX can be used for all platforms. You are not required to it is a platform independent tool because it is open source one. So on whatever platform you are working on, like platform means here the operating system. So if you are working with the Windows operating system or Ubuntu operating system or Linux based systems or Mac based systems, so every system have associated software which is available on the LaTeX website. So there is an official LaTeX website. You need to download that setup from the official website and check the compatibility. Also means if you are using the 32-bit operating system or 64-bit operating system, accordingly you need to download the software and install that software onto your systems. The installation is very easy. It is similar to the there are very simple steps. You need to just click on next buttons and choose the folder where you want to install your software. If you are not going to install, means if you have a problem with installing the software on your system, they are like we have Share LaTeX, Overleaf. These are the online compilers on which the LaTeX document can be developed. So you can also use those compilers. And one more important thing with these online compilers is that you can work in the collaborative manner. So suppose if you want to work, suppose a research paper have 4 or 5 authors, and each author have divided the work according to some sections, subsections, or somewhat like this. Then there is addition permission on the same overleaf or shared LaTeX document. Everyone have account on the overleaf, and they can edit the document parallelly. Like we have Google Documents. So like we can edit the Google Documents in the simultaneous manner. Similarly, we can edit the LaTeX documents in simultaneous manner if we have created an account on Overleaf and these shared LaTeX compilers. So it is very effective to make the thing visible to all the contributors. Also, the LaTeX offer many packages. The library is very rich with the LaTeX. So, and all the library's functions are free, of course. So, we have the packages for the algorithms, writing equations, figures, subfigures. So, subfigures are very much important when you are presenting a lot of information in a single figure. Then you require to present the single figure into different sections, and you have to divide that into subfigures. So, so for all these type of small things, LaTeX provides some commands, and you can see there is an example of writing an algorithm. So you can see here the algorithm numbering, input, output, and the alignment and the boldface things, loopings. All these things are done automatically by the LaTeX. So in Word document, it is very hard to write the algorithm like this. You need to draw the lines. These lines is automatically drawn by the LaTeX document itself. And in Word document, we have to draw these lines, and it is very painful to adjust those lines as per the paragraph or and other things may be challenging in Word document. So it is very beautifully looking if you are writing the algorithms in the LaTeX. So in LaTeX, we are not worried about the formatting. Actually, the formatting is done by the commands. So we just write the commands, we just focus on the content what we are writing, and the formatting, references, table of contents, section numbering, and all these things are handled by the tool itself. So it is very easy to write the documents in LaTeX. Just you need to understand the command first. And yes, it is maybe problematic when you are starting writing LaTeX initially, but when you are used to it, it is very easy. It looks very easy for writing some documents in LaTeX. So for the references, in a previous talk, we have already known about the plagiarism and all these things. So we need to cite the work, we need to re-paraphrase the work, and for citation, we need reference management tool to be effective. And for reference management, LaTeX uses JabRef as a tool. So there is another software, JabRef. You need to install that software into your system. And by the JabRef, we can cite any research article, any book, or whatever the information which I have taken from the internet or some research scholar websites. And that can be included in your document with the proper citation. So the citation is look very effective when you are writing the LaTeX document, and you can see here the format of the bibliography section is automatically prepared. You are not need to worry that you need to first write the author names with the short forms and then publishing year, name of the article, where it is published, what is the date of that article. All this information is automatically created in your document by the reference management system, that is JabRef. So this is a important slide that why is it necessary to write every document in LaTeX, or it is somewhat other thing is there with the importance of MS Word. So by this graph, we can easily analyze that the complexity and size of the document, if it is increased, then the effort and time consumed for creating that document is exponentially increasing in the MS Word, and it's somewhat less complex with the use of LaTeX. Okay, and so the most important example is writing a thesis or writing a book which have different sections, subsections, references, and book may have different revisions. So in writing a book in MS Word, However, some of you are comfortable with MS Word, but if you are writing that thing into a LaTeX, it is very easy to revise that book. Okay, so if someone have suggested different changes in chapter wise or section wise or subsection wise, then you just need to focus on those changes and just add those changes in your book, and it will automatically updated the table of content, a list of figure, list of table, all the other things is automatically updated by the your LaTeX software or LaTeX tool. So for writing a large document, I suggest, I means advise you to use the LaTeX. And for writing the small documents, suppose if you want to make a CV, if you want to write simple applications or letters or some official document, don't go for the LaTeX tool and don't go for means writing the commands for that same. Just write, use the MS Word, or most of the organization using the MS Word on free basis. They have used the crack version. They are not required to pay the money for the Microsoft. So MS Word is available for all of you in a free manner. So yes, it is no problem with that, and you can use the MS Word for the small documents. So this one disadvantage of LaTeX is, first thing is that when you initiate the process of writing the document in LaTeX, it is looking very complex, because at the beginning you need to write the commands, and no one, if you are not used with the commands, then it is very hard to start with. Okay, so the departments like financial management and physics department and mathematics department, most of the departments other than the computer science department, who are not means fond with the or familiar with the coding things, they may find a little bit difficult to start with the LaTeX, and they are much more comfortable with the Word document, because Word is very easy to use. So this may be one of the disadvantages of using a LaTeX. And the other thing that we have already seen, that we are not going to see what we get. So we only see the commands and we get a PDF document, which is the output of those commands. So this is another disadvantage, and it have some low efficiency to prepare a presentation. So like I prepared this presentation in LaTeX itself, and you can see there is no animation, there is no some effective figures in this presentation. This presentation is only containing simple text document, text information. So that's why if you are making a presentation in a LaTeX, it is not very much effective. So Microsoft Word presentation is more effective. They can means add some these animations. They may have some video inclusion is there, and very much functionality is there with MS PowerPoint, which is not available in LaTeX. So this may be considered as a disadvantages of the LaTeX document or LaTeX tool. So now start with how LaTeX works actually, how we can start with the LaTeX. So when we download the LaTeX software, it comes with the two things. One is the editor where we write the document, and other thing is the LaTeX compiler where we compile the document. So it is an integrated package. So you whenever setup is, and that setup contains the both the things, editor as well as the compiler. These are some technical things that the compiler is written in the C language, so we are not going to involve in this kind of things. So these are the popular IDE, which is also available. IDE is the integrated development environment, so it will provide you some more functionality or some more easy to use tool for using the LaTeX itself. So WinEdit and for online one, Overleaf and LaTeX are used as IDE. Okay. So initially, when you are running your LaTeX document, so various errors may be there, or means various challenges may be there, because when you write this document first time, you are not going to write the correct commands, and if the commands are not correct, then it will generate error. So for the same, you can copy the error paste on the Google, and Google will give you a solution for that. So LaTeX have a wide range of solution set on available on the internet. Every problem have a solution on the Google for the LaTeX. So this is the official website, migtech.org. From there you can download the software, and you can see here it have the options for downloading for the Windows platform, for the Mac platform, or Linux, or you can also use the Docker. Docker is a tool where you can run multiple operating system on a your same laptop or same computer system. So you can also use the Docker, and for Docker also the LaTeX document can be downloaded. So once you have downloaded the setup, you can install the software as per the guided steps. So they are providing you much information. You can read and click on the next buttons to install it correctly. And then once so these are the snapshots. You can go through the snapshots. I am not going to tell you in the detail how you can install the document. I hope you can install this document very easily. It is not a tough task to install this document. And if you got some problem, you can directly see these snapshots. It is a step-by-step mechanism how you can configure a LaTeX on your system. So suppose you have installed the LaTeX document, and after installing, just type the migtech in your start menu, and it will means this TeXworks is going to be appeared in as an editor. So your LaTeX software have two things. One is the editor, other is a compiler. So this migtech console is the compiler or the LaTeX management tool where you can means configure the some of the packages or something like this, like the overall settings of your LaTeX document. And this is the editor, TeXworks, where we can write our document. So I click on the TeXworks editor. So let me show you how it is look like. Okay, it is here it is. Okay, so this is a document where these are some of the options, and this document is by default named as Untitled 1.tex. So first thing is you need to save this document somewhere on your drive, create a folder, or means save it in already existing folder. So suppose I have means save this document as test1 and save in this folder, the LaTeX folder which is already created by me. I save it, the document name is changed. Okay, so here there is a green button which is used to typeset the document. Whatever we write here in this panel, this button will going to run that command. And here we need to select the compilers. There are different type of compilers available in this list, in the drop down list. So each type of compiler have different meaning. So by default, either we use the XC-LaTeX, MakeIndex and BibTeX compiler, or the PDF LaTeX, MakeTeX and BibTeX compiler. Actually, the meaning of these three things means XC-LaTeX is going to compile this LaTeX document, MakeIndex is going to compile the table of content, and BibTeX is going to compile the reference management in your document. So all three compilers are combined and going to run the document. So it is advisable to use this XC-LaTeX, MakeIndex and BibTeX always. So if you are going to means use this LaTeX software first time, then there are some settings which is required to be done. Like in the format section, you always enable the line number so that you can easily identify that in which line the error is generated. So when you are writing the documents, and if in some cases error will be there, then it is required to means identify at which line the error is required to generate. Error is there, so that's why the line numbers are required. Similarly, syntax coloring, always select the syntax coloring as LaTeX so that you can identify between the commands and the original content. And one more thing is to always check for the spellings. Okay, so like in Word document, we have, if we do some spelling mistakes, then that mistakes are highlighted by the Word document by red line. So similarly, if we have selected here, there are 3 dictionaries available: French, German, and English. So generally, we have used to select the English dictionary. So whenever some type of spelling mistake is there in your document, then it would be highlighted. So these are the main settings which is required when you are using or customizing it first time. So the document is start with. Let me show you how the document is created in LaTeX. Small demonstration is there. So we start with the first command, document class. So it is the first command which is required to be write. And this document class will we will tell in this document class that which type of document we are going to write. Like if we are going to write a report or a thesis or a book or some article is going to be written. So the type of document is have to be given in this curly braces. So I just write here article. So or let's start with the report. So suppose you are going to write a report. Most of our students have submitted the reports like major project report or minor project report. Those reports can be generated in LaTeX itself. It is advisable to use this tool because of the 2 main reasons. One is the student may learn the functionality of this tool, and the second one is this is free software. So you are not required to download the crack version of Microsoft Word, and it is not advisable to use the crack versions as an academic community, because yes, it is an offense that we are using the Word or these tools. Like most of us have used the MATLAB tools also, a cracked version, not the licensed one. So it is not advisable. So try to use the open source things which is freely available, and a lot of community is contributing to the open source things. Like if you are working in some research problems and you are implementing that research problem in MATLAB, then the same research problem can be implemented in a Python, and Python is an open source tool. So similarly, if you are writing your document in Microsoft Word and you have not licensed with that, so try to learn those things which are open source. So LaTeX is an open source tool and it is freely available. So try to write your document in the LaTeX itself. And especially those documents which are going to be analyzed by the higher board of higher authorities, or which is going to be sent outside the country and which is evaluated or reviewed by some higher authorities. Okay. So yes, the first line of the LaTeX document start with the document class. Then there is a command begin document, from where we need to start writing our. Okay, sorry, my internet connection is going to be disconnected.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Sorry for that.
Sir, no problem, sir.
Okay, let me continue. So my screen is visible now?
No, sir. Please share your screen.
Okay, okay, fine. Now it is visible?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
Okay, so I think, but just I will again repeat these things. So for a beginner, starting writing your LaTeX document, you need to first write the document class, which is going to tell you that what type of document you are going to be written. And then these are the 2 main blocks: begin document and the end document. So which will tell you that this is a start of the document, end document, this is the end of the document. And you could write any type of content here, like this is my first document. I just write here, this is my first document. That's it. And this information is going to be compiled, and after compilation, the output in another window is appeared. So you can see here, this is my first document, this is the output of this document. So we are seeing the document looking like this. So we are not getting what we see here. We are getting only one line. This is my first document. So all other things have been used by the LaTeX compiler in order to format the document. So जो actual content है हमारा जो इस document का, that actual content is only this line. all other things are the commands which is going to format that document. So similarly, there are some more things about this document. If you have means suppose make different spaces in the document, that spaces are not going to be counted. All these spaces are going to be counted as only one document, one space. Sorry. So if I compile the document with multiple spaces, you can see here there is no difference with the output. Okay, only one space is going to be there. So you are not required to bother about the formatting here. आप किसी भी तरीके से डॉक्यूमेंट लिखिए, that document is automatically formatting by the LaTeX tool. So suppose I have written the multiple content in my document and going to try compile it. So this will create a paragraph in my document, and you can see that this paragraph is created, and automatically the tab space is created. And if you want to change the paragraph somewhere, like sorry, suppose I want to break the paragraph, I just copy this content, and this is where I just pasted some of the content here, and I have skipped one line between these two paragraphs. So by skipping one line only, a new paragraph is written. Okay, so you can see that automatically the paragraph is changed and one tab space is created. So this is how we can write a paragraph, and the justified alignment is automatically done in the last as well as in the beginning, and there is no requirement of means applying any type of formatting. The document is already written in a formatted manner. Similarly, for making your document different type of fonts, like if you want to write something in a bold font, then you can use the command text bf to write your content in a bold font. So like I have put that this into a text bf command, so this will make the content to a bold font. So for all type of different means formatting, we have different commands. So I have included some of the commands in my slides. So I'm not going to cover all the commands due to the limited time. One more thing, every command has some optional part and a mandatory part. Okay, like the document class have the optional part which is put in the square brackets, and the mandatory part which is put in the curly braces. So similarly, like here, begin document. So this document is a mandatory part for this command. If we skip this, our LaTeX compiler will generate an error. So in the optional part, generally we are going to write the things like how much font size we are going to take for whole document. It may be standard for all the type of means construct in this document. Like I set the 12 points as a font size, so it will be universal for all the text which is included in this document. You can also change the font size to 8 or 9, so all the content is automatically converted to that form. Okay, so generally we write your document in a standard 12-point format, and this can be changed from the optional part. Okay, so this is about the required component of the LaTeX. So these are the three main required components without which your director document cannot be completed. And the other parts are like these are the some commands, like we have uh, uh, different symbols to insert different symbols, to insert different spaces, horizontal space, vertical space, how much space you are going to be insert in your LaTeX document. So there is a different command. If you want to insert like superscript or subscript, you need to include different packages for including the superscript and subscript in your document. So all type of packages are means have to be defined before between this begin document and document class. So the space between these two commands is known as a preamble part. And suppose I want to be denote or represent my document in the red color. Okay, so I can use the text color. Okay, and define the color red, and define the block that how much content we want to be present in the red color. So this is the command text color, and define the color and the content. Okay, when I run this command, so it will generate an error. You can see here, it says that undefined control sequence. So text color, it is also given the line number. At line number 8, L.8 means at line number 8, there is a problem with this command, text color. So text color command is not it is not understood by this LaTeX document. So for that, we need to include some packages which is online available. So for that, we have a command use package, and we need to know that in which package the text command is there. So I just write the X color. So there is a package X color in which this is command is defined. So I just include this package and then again run this document. When you again run this document, you can see here there is no error now, and this whole information is going to be means represented in the red color. This is one. Okay. So similarly, in a LaTeX document, so different commands are there to insert different symbols. We can insert these special symbols with present by putting the slash in front of it. So the special symbol means if you want to going to write like dollar in your document or ampersand in your document, so we need to write like this. So slash dollar or these symbols are maybe represented by this command. So all these things like here you can see that these two symbols are inserted. So all these things have been means you can learn these things by practicing. Whenever these things are encountered and you are not going to able to write these things, then go for the Google, search for the commands, and you can write those things. So initially it will be a tough task. It may take some time to write a small document in a LaTeX, but once you have habitual with this, then it is very easy to write with this in a LaTeX document. With all these constructs can be very easy to write. Okay, so these are more things like there are you can also represent accents. So these are the accents which can be used in the most of these accents are used in the foreign author's name, or annotations may be used in the author's name. So these are the accents and these are the commands. So these tables represent some commands, and these are easily find out on the internet. You can directly search for the commands for the accents, and the commands can be found out of the Google. Similarly, we have different size of fonts, and every size of font have different commands like tiny, script size, footnote size, and these are the different sizes for, and you can use these commands in order to increase or decrease font size. Similarly, you can change the family of the font like Times New Roman, typewriter, sans serif. Different font families are available in LaTeX, and for each font family there is a different specific command defined. So generally there are main three types of commands available. Like we can define the command with this format slash command name, or we can define the slash command with the curly, or we can define like this slash begin command and end command. So in our LaTeX document like here, the document command is in the format of type 3. Okay, the text color command is a format of type 2. And if I write a simple command like this slash bf, that means slash bold font, and if you run this command will make whole content of following by this command to the bold font. Okay, this is the third type of command. So we are not putting any curly braces after it, so it will applied to all the content followed by it. These are the main three commands, types of commands available in the LaTeX. So now let's have some small demo how we can write a report in LaTeX and how it is going to be means beneficial for us. So I just make some small demo in 5 minutes. So like in the LaTeX document, if you are going to write a report contains different parts like it contains chapters, it contains sections, subsections. So just I write to make some command to write chapter. Suppose like for the chapter, there is chapter command. So commands are very easy. By the name itself, you can understood that for okay, for defining a chapter, you need to write a chapter command. So first chapter, suppose introduction is there. So I just write an introduction as chapter 1. And in this chapter, suppose I have to define the section. And suppose the section name is, I put it here FDP. And suppose in this section, I have another created subsection. So for the subsection is a command. And suppose I write here research methodology. Research method, okay. So I created this construct and now I compile it, and let me show you how the document is going to be looking. So you can see here, I just write 3 commands here, chapter, section and subsection, and see how it look like. The font size, the formatting, all these things have automatically done by the LaTeX. We are not going to deal with the chapter numbers. We are not going to deal with the section numbers, subsection numbers. All these things are handled by the LaTeX itself. And still, because this document start from here and we have not created the title page yet. So if you are going to include the title page also, so we put some information about the title page and then we can easily create a title page. Let me show you example. I have already created a document. Let me just copy the information from there and paste in this one. So suppose I need to means copy this information for a title page and paste in this begin document. Okay. So for title, like I have created a title /title is a command where that you can write your title name. Then you can also include the date and the author names also included. And then there's a command make title which will include this title information into your document. So I just run this. And you can see here the document is started with the title page. This is your title page, and after that chapter 1 is started. Okay, so between the title page and chapter 1, generally report contains the table of contents. So I can also, for making a table of content, only just write, you need to write a single command, that is table of content like this. Only one single command is required. And if you are going to write a table of content in next page, then page break may be used. So these all commands are very easy, and it will create all the numbering formatting for you in your document. So you can see here in the first page the title page is there, and in the second page it is content file is already created with the names, sections, subsections, all these things have been created along with the page numbers also. And you can see here the formatting of page number is very much uniform. And then the chapter and sections are started. Okay. So similarly, we can, if the report have a abstract part, like your papers generally have abstract part, then you can also, we have there is a defined command for begin and ending the abstract. So I just copy and paste here. So wherever I put the abstract, it is automatically find its right place in the output document. So आप abstract यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी रखें, it will going to put in the right place. So after the title page itself, it will going to means present the abstract, then table of content, then the chapter names, and further the chapter 2, chapter 3, there may be a different type of constraint can be added. So like if I again write the further chapter, so I just write the chapter command, and suppose I write here proposed work. So now you can see here chapter 1 and chapter 2 as a proposed work. So the formatting is automatically done. Okay. So this is about some small demo about report writing. Similarly, we can, yes, one more thing which is very much important, which is I already told you about the reference management and cross-referencing. So somewhere like you are required to, suppose in chapter 1, like we have, whenever we writing a research paper, research article, we are going to tell the structure of the paper. Like in section 2, later survey is defined. In section 3, proposed method is defined. So this is called a cross-referencing. So for cross-referencing, every construct in a document is provided a label. So suppose if I define a chapter as an introduction, then and inside the introduction one section is there FDP, and inside this one subsection is there like research method. Suppose I assign a label to this research method by giving its a name subsection, and you can write here the RM, short form is this one. So this string may be anything, it is a unique key. So I provide a label to this subsection, and suppose this label is going to be used in somewhere other place in the document. Suppose in chapter 2 I am going to write this, I am going to cite this label. Okay, so I write here, for more information go to you can write subsection, and now you write here ref for referencing and put the same string here. Just copy this string and paste it here. Okay, then run this command. Okay, so you can see in the chapter 2, you can see here, for more info go to subsection 1.1.1. So this numbering is automatically referenced by these commands. We can create labels, and according to those labels we can create the referencing. So this thing can also be assigned with the tables, we can be assigned with the figures. So we can assign the tables and figures into the document by label command and ref command. So these two commands are used for cross-referencing. Okay, this is the one part. Another part, if you are going to use the information from the some research paper or some online document, then you require to first make a database of the research papers which are going to used in your document. So that database is created into by the online tool, that is JabRef. So let me show you. I have already created a database into the JabRef software. So this JabRef software generally used to create the database of research article, and it can be created by the Google Scholar itself, and there is other methods also by which you can add the papers in this JabRef tool. So I think it is visible to you, the structure of this tool. Okay, so I have already created different articles in this JabRef tool. There are total 47 entries in this database, and the name of the database is ref.bib. Okay, so let me show you how you can add one paper in this one. So here in this tool, you can click here plus for making a new entry, and these are the type of document that you are going to be inserted, whether you are inserting an article, book, conference paper, or proceeding, thesis, technical report, or any other transaction material. Or you can also pass the DOI. If you have a DOI of any paper, you can also easily pass the DOI. So let me show you. If I have suppose open the Google Scholar, and any paper you can open. Suppose let me add one of my paper into this one. Okay, sorry. So I open this Google Scholar. Yeah. And suppose I want to add this paper. Okay, so this is the title of my paper, and I again go to here, paste it. Okay, so here you can see here there is a after star there is a quote sign, and when you click on this quote sign, it will give you the citation information, and here there is an option BibTeX. Okay, so you can click on this one. It will show you a code for a BibTeX. This is a code. So it is a conference paper. That's why the code is started with in proceeding. You copy this information from here and go to your JabRef document. Click on the conference button. Here there is a conference. In the BibTeX section, go to the conference, and in the BibTeX source here, below part, BibTeX source, click here, and paste the information here. So this will okay, so I think it is visible. Yes. So this information is already added. When you go click on the required information part, you can see here author name is already added, title is automatically added, conference name is added, and in the last section there is a information that is a BibTeX key. Okay. So that information is already included in this document, and suppose once you have included that information, then you click on any already added document, right click, and you can uh, sorry okay, so you can directly either use this BibTeX key from here, or just press the Control K from the keyboard, and then paste that information into your document. So you can see here it automatically pasted the key along with the command cite. Okay, so here in my document, suppose this paragraph is taken from this article, then I can use the information by this command cite and the article key, which is in my BibTeX, which is my key BibTeX key in my Jabra. Okay. Further, also, because this key is in my Jabra file, I have to declare here that which Jabra file I have used. So for that, there is a command bibliography. Okay. So in bibliography command, I just mentioned the file name, and my file name is ref. And also there is a command bibliography style. In which style we are going to present the author names is going to be different. So we are using the plain style for this demo. Then we will run this document, and after running, you can see that first the automatically citation is going to be numbered. So it is automatically going to be numbered as 1 because only one citation is there in my document. And along with that, a bibliography section is created. Okay, and that section contains the information about the document. So I have included the data clustering using genetic algorithm. Okay, so this section is already created. So I think one more information is included. I think somewhere, yeah, here. So here one more research paper is included. That's why there are two. One is included in the reference section. So I just cut this information and paste it somewhere else in this one, because abstract part does not contain, must not contain these citations. That's why there is a mismatch in the numbering. So here you can see that this is the document 2. This first one have a, because the numbering is as per the alphabetical order as which is included here. So it is like start from C, then start from Z. So accordingly it is arranged. We can change the order in which the documents are the references are arranged by changing here bibliography style. So different journals or publisher give their own way of bibliography styles. So like a Springer publisher may define the bibliography style as an author name instead of numbering, while the Elsewhere and the IEEE give the numbered way of bibliography styles. So I think this is the overall demo about the how you can write the LaTeX document and how you can include the different type of references or sections. How can you manage the sections, and how can you cross reference between those sections. These are the main things. Obviously you cannot able to learn whole LaTeX software into this small session of 40 or 50 minutes. So you need to practice the commands. In this slide, all the relevant information is going to be included, like how we can write the number of list in the LaTeX document, how we can write the equations in the LaTeX documents. I skip most of the part of this slide due to lack of time. So I will share the slide with you you go through the slide, and if you found any type of means difficulty in creating this type of document, then you can contact me on my email ID. I can help you if any problem is there. Okay, so I also included the how we can install the JabRef software. The step by step, all the figures are there, so you can go through the slides and directly you can install and configure the JabRef software also and the LaTeX software also. Both softwares are required in order to write the LaTeX document. And there's a snapshot for including the references in JabRef and how can these references be used in your LaTeX documents. Also, all this relevant information is provided in the slide. And one more thing is that you can also go through the different publishers' website. Like for IEEE, every publisher website have given their defined templates for the LaTeX. You can see here there is a Microsoft Word template as well as a LaTeX template in IEEE publisher website. Similarly, for elsewhere also there is a ELS article.cls. This is a class file which is used for the articles which is going to be written for elsewhere, and all these publishers given the specific packages. Means packages का मतलब यहाँ पे ये है कि ये आपको LaTeX tool भी दे रहे हैं, and along with the LaTeX tool, along with the class file, they have given you the bibliography style file also, कि किस तरीके से उनको अपने reference management चाहिए या किस तरीके से उनको अपनी reference file चाहिए. So all this information is provided by the publisher itself. और ये वाली information आपको कहाँ पे use करनी है? That information is used, the class file is used here. Like हमने यहाँ पे report class file use की है, so यहाँ पे आपको publisher की class file जो आपको provided होती है उसका नाम आपको यहाँ पे लिखना है, and that class file is put into the folder where this document is stored. Okay, so I think I should stop here. I already taken a lot of time, and I think the time is going to be exceeded. So I think you have understood about the LaTeX, little bit knowledge about the LaTeX. Thank you very much. Now I am open for the questions if anyone have.
एक मिनट.
Lightning is what.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajpal sir, for your nice presentation. Sir, we have some questions from participant side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. First question is, please tell that LaTeX works with Hindi fonts or not?
No, not work with the Hindi
Okay.
fonts.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And Manu Mahajan, sir, is LaTeX free software?
Yes, it is free.
Okay, sir. And one more question, sir. If I want to put a margin solid colored, what is the command, sir?
So there is a command for page margins, already defined command for page margins. So you can define the margins by the page margin command. So /page margin is a command, and you can go through the online help for the page margin command. You can find the different means variances for the page margin which can be used.
Okay, sir. One more question, sir, from Preeti. What would be better to us for a beginner between LaTeX and Overleaf, sir?
For a beginner, sorry.
For a beginner between LaTeX and Overleaf, what would be better, sir?
Okay, both are same actually. Both are same actually. The Overleaf and the LaTeX both follow the same commands. There is no difference in the command. So for a beginner, you need to understand, focus on the commands which are used. The platform may be anything. You may use the online platform, or you may use that software onto your system. I better suggest to install that software on your system, because in nowadays there is a problem of this content maybe you are disclosed by the Overleaf. So these softwares which are online providers may steal your content information, because you have to upload your novel work on the online platform before publishing. So it is not
Okay.
required to use the online platforms for document writing, especially for the research writing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. One more question, sir, from Anil Nandane. Are there any additional benefits of sending article in LaTeX rather than Word?
So, sorry, I am not able to get you.
Uh, are there any additional benefits of sending
Mhm.
article in LaTeX rather than Word?
No benefits. Means only once your article is accepted, then
Okay.
publisher is going to means required to format your article as per their proceeding, whatever it is going to be included in their general. So आर्टिकल के एक्सेप्टेंस के बाद जो मेन आपके पास जो काम बचता है वो है उसका फॉर्मेटिंग का. तो फॉर्मेटिंग के काम के लिए लेटेक्स सबसे बेहतर है. अगर आप वर्ड में अगर उसको करेंगे तो इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
Okay. Okay, sir. From Dr. Ambika Bhatt, one more question, sir. How to insert figures in LaTeX?
Yeah, I have actually skipped that part because of a lack of time. I have included that thing in my slides actually. So there is a begin figure and end figure command, and include graphics command, by which you can include any type of figure in your LaTeX document, and that command is included in my slide. I will share the slide. You can means easily learn from there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. One more question, sir. Abrik Khan, how to add additional package in LaTeX, sir?
So additional packages, I already demonstrated you the use package X color. That is additional package actually. So in the
Okay, sir.
preamble part between the document class and the begin document, you can write the use package and the package name, and you can by that
Okay, sir.
command.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice presentation, sir. Again.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable information on LaTeX with us. Might be this knowledge is very useful for any young researcher.
Thank you,
Moving
sir.
on to session 4 on research methodology by Dr. A.K. Malik. Dr. A.K. Malik is an associate professor of mathematics at B.K. Birla Institute of Engineering and Technology, Pilani, Rajasthan. He received his MSc degree with mathematics from Gurukul Kangde Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar, Uttarakhand, and PhD degree from Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. He has more than 15 years experience in academic and research. Recently, he has been honored a Young Scientist Award for excellent contribution in teaching and research on 30th May 2020 in a national webinar at Motherhood University, Roorkee, and also he has been honored a Srinivasan Ramanuj Award for Mathematics Popularization on December 22, 2018 on National Mathematics Day from VIP NET, Vigyan Prashar Network, DACA and SWA of Tripura.